This is my 1981 635 CSI. It's a 5-speed E12 based car with a side loader LSD, M90 motor running Motronic 1.0. It was very rough when I got it, so this video documents the restoration and metal work required to get it back on the road. I picked this thing up about 500 kilometers from where I live, and when I got there, it was a little rougher than I had hoped. But I bought it, got it home, and started digging into it. So, I mean, it looked good from about 20 feet away, but once you got into it, there was a lot of suspect Bondo going on, and started peeling off the Bondo. Started finding more bad news, but whatever. I really wanted to work on my rust repair, metal fabrication, and it seemed to have a really solid drivetrain. And being a early E12 based car, I was really excited to have one of these older ones with the M90 motor. So started tearing it apart, started seeing stuff like that in that, but just, I watched this channel, Fitzy's Fabrication, a guy from Newfoundland, and he has a really good job of kind of breaking down how to make panels just piece by piece, one at a time. And so I just took my time. There was no timeline for this project. Took about a year to do, but I just started cutting, shaping. If I put it in and it didn't fit right, I would cut it back, I would do it again, and was able to get it to where it was actually a relatively solid chassis. It'll obviously never be as good as a perfectly clean one, but I watched this channel here specifically a lot, and super helpful that they were doing this rebuild at the exact same time I was. So check them out. But I basically just copied, or tried to copy to the best of my ability. I'm not a pro like him, but tried to just follow the process, right? And it was obviously daunting in certain areas, but just one piece at a time. And a few months go by and you look up and you're actually making some decent progress. So yeah, tried to just, anything that didn't look right or hadn't been messed with, cut it out, replace it with all steel. Fully solid underside at this point, reinforced subframe mounts, Raptor line the entire underside. This is kind of where I started getting fun. So once I had the body rust free relatively, except for the front here, I took the motor out and just shaved the engine bay, cut out everything I didn't like. There was a guy, Sylvester's Customs, I think, on YouTube I watched to learn how to do better body work. So once the engine bay was done and painted, motor getting in, starting to look pretty real. Ireland Engineering headers. It's like a E28 Alpina lip replica that I mounted on there. Coilovers, new fuel system, new brake lines, new everything. Trailing arm bushings, subframe bushings. Thankfully the brakes were in good condition, so I just refinished all of that. Custom exhaust, 3-inch all the way back. This was the inspiration, Jim Richards. Was excited to collect all the parts, build the custom BBS wheels, Narity wheel. I think I did 8 in the front, 10.5 or 11 wide in the rear. And this is my first paint job, did it in my garage. Definitely not perfect, but turned out pretty good, and I was able to buff out a couple not so great areas. The interior was in really good condition, so I was able to put that back in, didn't have any problems. Decent, passable version of one of my dream BMWs, so really happy with how it all came together.